Prep at the close. Spencer Israel, Joel Elconin. Joel, we were weak all throughout the morning, all throughout our show, week after the open, and then at a certain point, there was a rule that the market remembered, and the rule is that you have to buy the dip always, and that is what happened again today.
Pretty much a round trip here in the markets since we did the show this morning. We were hanging out 30-25, 30-30, came down ahead of the open, opened flat. Not flat. We opened right at yesterday's high, and then they hit it. I don't know whether it was the big boys coming to play, and some of the Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, and Google sold off. That took the market down hard. Didn't quite got in a little bit of Friday's range. Actually, never got the top of Friday's range, and then turned around on the dime. By the dippers, came in intraday here for a change, brought us all the way back up. We just made a new intraday high for the session. The previous high was 30.19. We just went to 30.2250. Your pre-market high stands at 30.35. So a lot of momentum here going into the last 18 minutes of trading. Not a good day for crude. Crude down $1.48 at 33 or 32.86. Gold on the rebound up 580 at 17.1140. Silver, that's in the green too, up 22 cents at 1781 and a half. And Bitcoin up $380 at 9,165.
Today just seems like a less extreme version of yesterday to me, which I mean, the theme is still the same here. Tech, just looking at what's up and what's down today. Tech is kind of meandering, kind of flat on the day. Financials are leading us higher. Consumer cyclicals are leading us higher. So it's the continuation of the same theme that we talked about yesterday, Joel. I mean, just tech is what's hot is a little bit less hot, and what's not hot is hot now. Same thing.
Yeah. I mean, we could talk about some of the stocks we talked about on the morning show. The Royal Caribbean did make a new high from yesterday, but has backed off a little bit. Carnival Cruise, once again, that high was right
Yeah.
off its opening bell there at 1816. New stocks stepping in. That we mentioned this morning, Coors, TAP, having a great day. AT&T, people out there shopping for yield, that's having a great day as well.
Yeah. So if you just and I'll pull it up here, a daily chart of the SPY, just as an example. Yesterday, at around this time, I posited that maybe the move for the week was in the first trading day of the week yesterday, and we saw that happen last week with Monday kind of being the big day, and then Tuesday through Friday just kind of hanging out around those levels. And today we're just kind of hanging out around those levels, Joel. So we're just kind
Yeah.
of seeing a little bit of a not much follow through from yesterday, a little bit, but we're just kind of hanging out at the move was yesterday, and today just sort of meandering around those levels. So I'm inclined to think that the rest of the week will be like this, where if you're looking at SPY, you're hanging around the 300 range, and that's the story for the week.
I don't know. I mean, 2 days left in the week, Spencer. I mean, we got the jobless claims tomorrow morning,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
That hasn't been moving the market. We're going to really improve on our all-time closing high here as we stand. That was yesterday at 94.50. We're due to close well above that today if we close anywhere where we're at now. So, yeah, I mean, it's a resumption of the bull. We'll
Yeah.
be prepared for the overnight rip north, right? Everyone will be coming in and buying overnight, coming 40, 50 handles higher and see how they take it from there. The big night overnight moves. I mean, like I said, we're basically where we're at when we did the show yesterday. So
Pretty much.
got to respect the overnight moves. Just plowing ahead here. That 30-35 target, that was a pre-market high. That's only 11 points away. We got 15 minutes to go to improve on that.
Yeah, and I'm not going to pretend to know why the market was so weak for the first couple hours today, and it's been so strong since when, like 11 o'clock? Yeah, 11 o'clock, pretty much. I don't know. I mean, the commentary from Pompeo on Hong Kong was certainly notable. The U.S. government doesn't recognize Hong Kong. Uh, they're they don't recognize. Let's see if I can phrase this right. They don't recognize Hong Kong as an independent entity anymore. They are siding with Hong Kong, but they believe that it is no longer an independent entity as what
That
the
means nothing. I mean,
I don't
come
know. I mean,
on. It's
they're poking the bear. They're poking the bear a little bit. They're poking China. So
I mean, the only thing, the tariff, I mean, is a headline or
yeah.
a negative Trump tweet or something in the middle of the night. I mean,
Speaking of that, speaking of negative Trump tweet, we didn't talk about this morning, but let's look at Twitter here because Twitter is down today, and the president was not happy with them, and he tweeted about his unhappiness, and that was yesterday, and stock is just sort of
it's off its high for the
yeah.
move. I mean, a little bit of a pullback here. Got to 34.27 yesterday, hit 34.01 close, and they tried to get it up there. They got it right. We talk about the close and the high close for the moves and stuff right there. 34.01 stopped it at $34, but nice recovery here. They took it down a little bit, but overall, still way off its low for the move. I mean, this thing has had a nice appreciation. I'm gonna be keeping an eye on this one too closely. Talk about a nice round number. This thing bottomed at $20 on March 19th and hit 34 yesterday. So a little bit of negativity, a little bit of pullback, but look at the move that it's had here over the since the March low. Not quite a double, but definitely a nice move. So a little negativity. We'll see what happens. That 34 handle or that 34 number, that'll be key moving forward. Yesterday's high 34.27.
What about SPCE here? The SpaceX launch is in under an hour. Actually, it might be in like a half hour. I'm not really sure the exact timing of it, but moving with the rest of the market today. Nothing crazy.
Hope it goes well. I mean, that
Of
stock's
course.
trading nice. You're up $1.17. Nice call by you in it yesterday. Widely followed stock. So it's there. Who are they doing that with? Is that the SpaceX team? Is whatchamacallit, right?
Elon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So goes well. I mean, everything once again, people paying 350 grand go up into space. It could happen.
Well,
I'm not,
this is not that. This is
no,
not
no,
that.
no.
Yeah,
It's a move in that direction. It's making space travel easier and more accessible. So
sure.
this, it's it's an important day. And like I said, I hope everything goes well on that. Get a good launch, good day there. You talked about this one yesterday. You could have gotten it on the cheap yesterday when it got down to 1542. I was talking about the closing price of 1574. But today, that close was a pretty good entry. You had a close yesterday at 1633, only got to 1605 and turn it around 1774, trading just off the high of the session for SPCE.
All right, some tickers flying in the chat. Let's get to them. IBB. This is one I wanted. This was on my buy list, and I don't believe I have to check, but I don't believe I ended up buying this one. I think I was waiting, and I waited just too long, and I just missed it. And so I wanted to buy this one at like I don't know when, like 110, maybe 115,
Whew.
and I missed the boat there. So it's kind of just trading in a range.
It came off, it made that all-time high. I don't, man, oh man, I think you would have to wait for a little bit more consolidation in this one. You did get as low as 126.63 today. You're popping right back up. High for the move was 134.13, 134.18. Gosh, no, actually it wasn't. 136.20. This one's tough because when you look at the IBB and the all-time high that it made in 2015 and how long it took to recover from that, maybe a different environment. But I'd certainly have to have more of a pullback before I'd be interested in this one. Not shorting it, but man, it'd be hard to be buying it up here unless you're looking for a little bit of a swing trade. Uh, what the move was from 136 to 127, right? 136. What did I have as the all-time high there? 136.13. Got down, let's call it 127, 9-point move, 4.5. So you're right back there at that 50% retracement area. So for it to hold in here, make another leg up, yeah, boy, yesterday's high is way up at 35.54. So a little rebound here, but long term, after that move it's had, hard for me to get interested up here.
What about Zynga? This one came up this morning with just the general video game trade here is trading down with the rest of the sector as it sort of rotates from in favor to out of favor. So another down day here for Zynga. But if you look at it on the daily,
Yeah.
Yeah, what a run it's had. That's why it's so hard, because all these stocks have run so hard so fast. I don't even know, like how do you discount that speed, you know?
Well, they can go down a lot quicker than they go up.
Well, if that's
This
the
is
case, I mean, they went up pretty damn fast.
Yeah, but it took from March, middle of March through, the end of May for it to go what from
I
550
suppose.
to $8. Yeah. So let's again, trying to pick this one up a pullback, just tough, not my expertise at all.
I, yeah, I mean,
Once again, not shorting it, but where do you buy it? Where's a good level? Where's a pullback? Maybe 720. You could get interested in it, and it's actually rebounded off the low for the session. I would just keep an eye on. Well, you got a lot of closes in the 8 handle, and you kind of lost that. You lost that today when you went to 765. But I don't think this thing is just going to blow right back up to 853, because you have a bunch of closes: 809, 838, 814, 814, 804. So a lot of congestion there. Let's see if it gets up, trades an 8 handle for a couple days, then makes another shot at 853.
what about Beyond Meat here? I have not seen the chart today, but Aramis is saying it made a huge move. Let's take a
Down
look.
move. I don't know if Aramis was calling
Oh,
for that.
oh, whoa.
Just kind of getting in a thin area. You know what I mean? It got in, it took out yesterday's low. We were watching that trade in the pre-market. Opened up below yesterday's low, but boom, if you were looking for a gap fill in that one, you got it at 130, 150. You only had to take heat to 131.98, and that's not much at all in a stock like that. Pounds down to 116. Not much there. Daily low at 117.12 if you were using that as a target. And on the rebound, little profit taking, got a little bit ahead of itself, and some profit taking. Wish you would have kept an eye on that one today. Nice move. I hope you caught it on the short side, Aramis.
What about TSCO? We talked about this one on the show this morning, and just given whatever those gains were, that was from their guidance they gave after the close yesterday. Those gains went away, although they're back. I don't know what to make of
Oh,
this.
wow. Yeah, I guess farm equipment and mowing your lawn is in this thing wild range here. 115.80. Boom. Blasting to a new all-time high. I mean, this is totally in retrospect here, but if after that higher open, if you were looking for a gap fill at 113.38 or 113.36, you got it with not much heat, trading down to 112.68, and then boom, up here. Got to 120.34, not trading back under 120. This one will post a new all-time closing high today. Keep an eye on that for your bogey in Tractor Supply.
Yeah, all right, 355 here, Joel. How are we hanging in there? Because
We
yesterday was a hard leak into the close.
opposite here. We just blasted to 30 and a quarter. 30.35 is your rebound high, your pre-market high. Missed that by a few points, but we're still within striking distance. Still at 30.28. Imbalances now. They got the floor boys back on there. Not as much as a factor.
No.
But strong close. Week open, strong close so far.
opposite of yesterday, and looks like we're going to close above that 3,000 level. That's psychological, if nothing else.
Yeah, very important level. And to think we traded down to 29.65 and a half, now back up. So one of your bigger ranges on the S&Ps actually didn't. We had been coming down. My target on the downside was 29.6175. That would have fulfilled the full 9-day average trading range of 73. But a little volatility here creeping into the market, but volatility on the upside, everyone enjoys.
Yeah, I'm just looking at my heat map here, and there's just so much green: industrials, financials, household products, consumer cyclicals, consumer defense, real estate. There's just so much green, but the big names, like I said, are just not. I wouldn't say it's not a horrific day, but they're not really moving with the rest of the market. Microsoft, Apple, Facebook,
No, but look at the
Amazon,
runs.
Google,
Yeah, no, it's
right?
good. We talked about the rotation. There
Nvidia,
was there was a little bit of heavier exiting in that rotation off the
yeah.
open, but turned around. I mean, Amazon got down to 23.30, back over 2400. Strong turnaround. I mean, just symbolic of this market. Buy the dip. That was a pretty big intraday dip, and now they're ripping. 5 points away from that pre-market high of
Let's
30.35.
let's look at energy here. We're being asked for our thoughts on Oxy, and haven't looked at energy for a while. I mean, it trades with oil pretty much, but not
Accidental
really not
petroleum.
really moving with the rest of the market here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just under so, man, this thing is hardly rebounded. And then you think about if it had, whatever you want to call the rally in oil. I mean, that negative 45 obviously was an anomaly. But I mean, the oil's moved up over the last couple of days, and this thing's moved down from 14, your close 14.99 on the 20th to 14.44. I mean, if this stock is not going to rally while oil rallies, I don't know what to say. I mean, if you're looking for some follow through on the upside, yesterday's high came in at 14.77, got to 14.70 today. But backed off unchanged on the session. So got to clear that. But man, just not rallying with oil, not good news here for owners of Occidental Petroleum.
Yeah. All right. 1 minute left in the session. I am excited to hop off here and watch this rocket launch. And so, Joel, any just final thoughts as we just I'm staying with my idea
You're
that this is
quiet for
gonna
the week. Okay.
it's gonna be a really underwhelming. I mean, today is pretty underwhelming compared to yesterday. So I bet you. Let's see. If today is half as overwhelming as yesterday, then tomorrow will be half as today, and I think it's going to get quieter for the rest of the week. I don't know what the catalyst will be here.
Catalyst will be the S&Ps. They'll jack it
Yeah.
up 30, 40 points overnight and then sell
Mm,
off a little bit during the day
hmm.
and rally back. I mean, that's been the modus operandi here
Yeah.
for quite some time. So if you're looking for a change in trend, you just must have to wait another day or two approaching that pre-market high. As we're closing here, the indexes, Amazon's still in the red by 1136, but overall, just smashing that high rebound for the close from yesterday. So one of your more volatile days,
Well,
but volatile to the upside. That's when everyone
303
enjoy it.
close on the SPY. I've got my eyes glued on that chart. So we have come a long way from March. All right. That'll be it for us. Everyone, thanks for hanging out. Please remember all the information from our broadcast is meant to be used as informational purposes, not for investing or trading advice. On tomorrow's pre-market prep, we'll be joined by Mark Chaikin. Plus, I will air an interview I did with the CEO of a cannabis company called Jushi. I will air that at 9 o'clock. Everyone, thanks for listening and have a great rest of your Wednesday. Okay.